Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and this is the hot mess of Hollywood. Yes, fiends of the Den, this is the Dark Entertainment Network, a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories, makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. If you enjoy this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because I am not going to stop. Welcome back, dear fiends of the Den. It is the hot mess of Hollywood, and today we are discussing the Kardashians, Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, and the Diddy trial. Let's see who gets burned. It has been about a month since the last hot mess of Hollywood, and I've decided that this will be a weekly segment on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday, whichever day I really can get to it, but I did not want to stop. I did get a case of the shingles if you've been following my shorts, and I really did just have to pull back for a bit until I felt better. And I thought, well, a weekly catch up on all of the greatest celebrity gossip is a good way to go. And the last hot mess of Hollywood I did, Virginia Giuffre had passed away, as well as one of the suspects in the Paris robbery of Kim Kardashian, which she just testified at the trial. So let's get to it. Regardless of how you feel about the Kardashians and the Jenners, this was a horrific experience that no one, rich or poor, should ever have to go through. And here was Kim and Kris looking fly. She's got on, Kim Kardashian, her vintage John Galliano spring summer 1995 black peplum top and gorgeous, really tailored skirt. And this really goes back to that gangster style that has taken over Hollywood since the 1920s. And then, of course, we've got Kris Jenner in the classic, I call it the 90s plaid pattern. It's probably a little earlier. It's probably from the 40s or 50s, made a comeback in the 90s, but her oversized suit. Again, these two look iconic, and they walked into the courtroom exactly the way they should have. Kim Kardashian wearing $10 million worth of jewelry. But, I say the rich gonna rich, but in this case, I really have to hand it to her for doing that because during her testimony, Kim said, "I absolutely did think I was going to die." She also forgave the ringleader, saying, "I do forgive you, but it does not change the emotion and the trauma and how my life has changed." So one of the suspects had already passed away, and this was the 2016 robbery. So it's been 9 years. And he passed before the trial began, and another of these defendants was deemed too ill to stand trial. So the trial took place in Paris, France, beginning on April 28th, 2025, and concluded on May 23rd, 2025. And there we have Kim and Kris, and I am loving the looks. And here again, we have Kris Jenner in a monochromatic beetroot burgundy colored suit, matching shoes and tie. Again, I'm loving this oversized suit look. It's got that 80s shoulder pad look, but not that 80s triangular look. I love the boxiness of this. She's pulling it off well. And Kim Kardashian, I think that what she's wearing, this feather boa'd robe, nighty, belted with her long hair under a baseball cap. I think this is stunning. I think this is a masterpiece. She went for it in the fashion. I am a hat person and I wear baseball hats a lot. So she actually inspired me to wear my hair down under a baseball hat rather than up under it. I know that seems like a little thing, but it's kind of a big deal. I'm loving the Paris looks. You guys let me know what you think. And if you would like me to discuss Kris Jenner's very youthful look. It ends the friendship. It's official. Page 6 went there. I love page 6. They are so petty and so catty. And you know that this came directly from Taylor Swift herself. The insider is definitely close to Taylor Swift, who says she wishes she'd never met Blake Lively after being dragged into the Justin Baldoni drama. Yeah, I mean, if I were Taylor Swift, I wouldn't want to be called a dragon. I wouldn't want my name dragged across the whole movie making process saying that you were such a big part of it, but then you were going to go trash the director and accuse him of SH, and then have your lawyers threaten to release 10 years of text messages if you don't put out a public statement of support for her. Yeah, I would pull back too. So page 6 really just got down and dirty, and I love it, saying right now, if Taylor had one wish, it would be that she never met Blake, an insider claimed to the Daily Mail on Thursday. It goes on to say, although there have been good times during the relationship, the issues concerning the Baldoni case have outweighed them. Yeah, they absolutely have. Blake Lively is a climber, and Taylor Swift has proven herself over and over again to be self made. And Blake Lively attached herself to Taylor Swift and used that friendship for 10 years and probably used her name all over the place. And Taylor keeps a very clean camp. So it's really sad, but it's over. Now we got bad blood. Especially if Candace Owens is correct, claiming that Taylor Swift's father was the one that got upset with Blake Lively, allegedly threatening the singer among the Justin Baldoni drama. We don't know, but it's a really good dark theory. I can't get the Bad Blood song out of my head, but I don't know it well enough to sing it well. So, anyway, this blind item says this A minus list actress thought that getting her spokesperson to publicly kiss the butt of the A plus list singer, things would change in their relationship. It did not. And this comes after Blake Lively's legal team issued the warning to Justin Baldoni's legal team to leave Taylor Swift out of the lawsuit, calling it frivolous. They got what they wanted from that. That was such a ploy, and they knew that they were going to publicly put a wrench in that relationship. Actually, they publicly took an axe to it. And I think that that's part of the Justin Baldoni revenge train. Because as we know, his team pulled back the subpoena. But the funny thing is, only one party threatened to release 10 years of texts, and it wasn't Justin Baldoni. It was Blake Lively. And if Candace Owens and Be Better are correct with their theory that Ryan Reynolds is the driving force behind this whole lawsuit, they have seriously miscalculated it. And I've heard other blind items where Ryan Reynolds is thinking of leaving her. And now I kind of think he will to save his brand with Wrexham and all of that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And let's just discuss now in page 6 again this recent Fugazi pap walk that Blake and Ryan are so happy she's wearing her florals. I mean, I don't know about this whole thing. He looks angry. He's walking ahead of her. He looks like he's tugging her arm. You could see his body language. He just looks tense. His face looks tense. And she's got on a really, really fake plastered smile. Case in point, them on other pap walks in this other set of pictures here, they're always relaxed, arm in arm, close together, always chill, and they never look tense or fake. Here they do. So I told you I am from Mount Vernon, New York, and I told you that Diddy lived there. He grew up there in Mount Vernon, New York. As it says right here, his family moved there from Harlem following his father's passing. And he attended a prep school and was known for his nickname Puffy in high school, which stemmed from a habit of puffing out his chest. Diddy's childhood was also marked by his mother's dedication to providing a better life for him and his sister. He attended Catholic school in the Bronx and later college, and Diddy has also been known to visit Harlem, where his grandmother lived. So everyone out there saying that no one knows Diddy, no, he moved to Mount Vernon, New York as a kid. We never met. We did not know each other. It's just a weird coincidence. So I'm sure a lot of you know TikToker Stephanie Sue, and she has been attending the Diddy trial every day. Now she's been mentioning everything, including Diddy's mom and the way that she dresses. And I just have to address the fact that Diddy's mom dresses like she is from Mount Vernon, which is a very unique blend and style and sophistication that you can only get when you mix Westchester style with New York City street. The big sunglasses, the blouses that are a little more loud. Um, it's just a vibe in Mount Vernon. I can't explain it, but if you see me in something other than my cold clothes, because it's still freezing in New York in May, it's the end of May, by the way, and it's in the 40s here. You would see that mix of Westchester sophistication and New York City street style. It is very unique, and that is how she dresses. Now, with that, we heard about the freak offs. We heard about Cassie's testimony and her years of abuse, Kid Cudi's car explosion, where his Porsche was set on fire, and Diddy's mother, Regina Ventura. Cassie's mother testified that Diddy demanded $20,000 from her after learning about Cassie's relationship with Kid Cudi. She wired the money but later got it back. I don't know why it said Diddy's mother in front of that when I looked this up, but there's also racketeering charges. So prosecutors are arguing that Diddy used his businesses and employees to cover up acts of violence, abuse, and commercial sex. So let me know what else you guys want me to talk about with the Diddy trial. My real thoughts on this whole trial were, why were his daughters there? They just went to their prom. They were there, they had to walk out. I heard they seemed to be laughing or snickering. I don't know if that was like real or if that was just discomfort, but I don't understand what man on earth, first of all, could do those things while having children and then march them into the courtroom in some sort of PR stunt to show family support, but you know how depraved you are and you know what people are going to say. And is he really taking down a lot of Hollywood people with him, or is he just making them look like they were his victims? Because you don't know what they were given at parties. If you've ever listened to Jaguar Wright and anyone else who has spoken out against Diddy and even some other stars here and there they have named, they talk about something being put in their drink. How do we know all of the things happening weren't the first time something was put in their drink? Then it was recorded and they were blackmailed, and that's why they kept going back. They could all play it off like they were a victim, which a lot of them probably were. Well, dear fiends of the den, that is my rant for the hot mess of Hollywood. This will come weekly, like I said, Saturday or Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, please let me know what you think in the comments. I am the nerd who loves research, and if you do have any tips for me, please email me at welcome to the den podcast at gmail.com. If you enjoy this content and even pettier content on my hot mess of Hollywood, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you for joining me in the den.